Hi everybody, I'm here to report on last night's draw in Germany where Scotland drew one each with Switzerland. Yes, what a performance, such brilliance. Yes, we're on our way, we're out the group already practically. I reckon we'll get to the semi-finals because these players showed just how great they are. Only kidding. This was yet another substandard performance. So maybe before I get to all that, I should look in the bright side first of all. Let's look at the positives. Well, we weren't anywhere near as bad as we had been against Germany on Friday, but that's a pretty low bar, so that's not saying a lot. We did create more chances, if you can call it that. We did have more action in their box. We did get a draw against a team that's obviously better than us. So 1 point on the board. And main thing is, we've still got a chance of getting out the group if we can beat Hungary. And there's no guarantee that we'll manage that on Sunday. So, okay, we're still in the tournament. We could be thinking we're going home on Sunday at this point, but at least we've got a chance. It's in our own hands to hopefully end up with 4 points, and maybe that should be enough to be one of the four best third teams in their groups. Who knows? But that's all the positives. Apart from that, it's just so depressing to watch us. We just don't look like any of the other teams in the tournament. Even the Albanians, the Georgians, the Turks, they all look far superior to us. Never mind when you get to the top teams. So, thinking about last night, our usual doer, boring manager with no imagination. He just basically starts with the same team. And enforced change, obviously, was Hanley staying in the team instead of Porteous suspended. And the only real change he made was Gilmer came in, at least, for Christie. And he claimed in his pre-match comments that was the intention all along, to save Billy Gilmer for this game. Yeah, that'll be right. So anyhow, usual dross, and it turned out some of the ones that we could never rely on proved exactly why we can't rely on them. So we got off to a good start, 13 minutes, great move right from our own final third, just outside the area. Great move, Billy Gilmer, lovely bit of skill. Pass sent Tierney racing up the inside left channel, got into their half, outside the box. Nice pass to McGregor, who'd at least bust a gut, keeping up with him, running up the left with him. So he gave it to McGregor. His pass looked as if he'd measured it, but actually it was a wee bit too hard. But nevertheless, McTominay, where he hadn't been in Friday many times, was actually there, inside the box, first time shot. Guy kicks it into his own net. Who cares? Another own goal, two own goals for our only two goals of the tournament. But of course, UEFA overturned that and gave it to McTominay as a goal, which I don't think was correct because the goalkeeper would have saved it. He was diving towards it when the defender kicked it the opposite direction. But anyway, not an own goal, so we're not going to get a record this year where every goal we score is an own goal. So I suppose that's a good thing. So 1-0 up gives us a bit of hope. Swiss still looked better than us, came into it. They didn't need any help, but of course, it's a very Scottish thing for us to give them it. So Fat Tony Ralston out on the touchline. He gets a pass from, I think it was Gilmer, decent enough pass. He doesn't even look. He just hits it into the middle, back towards the goal. No Scottish player near it. But oh, Shaqiri is. He just runs onto it and from about 18 yards just smashes it into the top corner. What a finish. But what an assist from Fat Tony. If that had been the left winger of the Swiss putting that pass into the middle like that, you'd be going, what a pass. But no, Fat Tony does it. That's why he shouldn't be in the team. That's why McCrory should be playing there. This guy offers nothing, as I've said before. So, one each. You're thinking the worst, but we actually held on. They still looked a better team, but we did keep trying. The only other chance we made in the first half was a cross to the back post where the other useless player, Shea Adams, was on the end of it, and his tame effort at the near post just hit off the goalkeeper. Well, I think the goalkeeper, yeah, he did actually hold it because he was claiming for a corner. that he held it but went over the line. But it shouldn't be at the near post, he should be hitting it to the far post, or at least high. But no, every other player would do that, not our striker. So that was the only chance we had in the first half anyhow. Second half was better, we had a bit more energy and control, got forward more, got in their box more, had a few moments of panic for them, especially as we got nearer the end. The best moment probably came when Robertson, for once, did a decent cross into the box, and Donkey Hanley, of all people, got his head to it. He did well to actually force himself ahead of the defender to get his head on it, but unfortunately it just bounced off the post, and in the ensuing sort of scramble it was booted away. So that was the nearest we came to scoring. Another one later, McTominay volleyed it, might have gone somewhere, but of course it hits off Adams. I mean, he's saving goals for them rather than scoring them for us. So these two incidents were probably the nearest we came. I think near the end, Robertson did a header into the box. It was a kind of scramble and booted away, nothing concrete. But you know, at least there was some action in the opposition box, so you could say that was an improvement, obviously. But still, not a good performance. Still not enough passing going on. You know, we were delighted if we saw 4 or 5 passes in consecutive moves, but no, very little of that. And the same people let us down. McGinn, pretty anonymous. McTominay slightly better, but still not there. McGregor busy, but no, not showing any real quality. Fat Tony did, I think, 2 tackles in the second half, which let Robertson say in the post-match comments that although he made a mistake, he had a brilliant second half where he really showed what he could do. No, he didn't. Just keep lying like that and you'll lose the fans and everybody else. So Fat Tony shouldn't be in the team. Tierney was probably the best of the defenders, and of course he's the one who gets injured. Why couldn't it have been Fat Tony or Donkey Hanley? But no, Tierney's the one that's carried off, looks like a hamstring. He won't appear again, even if we get more than one game. So that was a blow. Goalkeeper was better, there's a positive. He did a couple of decent saves, so he was better. Shea Adams, totally anonymous, does nothing. Couldn't believe they waited until, what, 2 minutes from the end before Shankland came on. And of course when Billy Gilmour comes off and Kenny McLean comes on, that's a deterioration in your midfield right away. He hardly kicked the ball, Kenny McLean. And in fact, for the second game running, we ended up with a Scottish team with 3 Norwich players in it. That tells you everything about the quality. Norwich, I mean, they couldn't even get promoted last season, and we've got 3 players, outfield 2 and the goalkeeper, making up the part of the team. So that says everything, the quality, the standard of the team. It was just another poor display, but the pundits, some of the fans, the newspapers, they're all sort of going all positive, you know, what an improvement, this was much better, this is more like it, this is what we want to see. No, it's not. We've got to be much better than this. I reckon Hungary would beat us if we played like that again. So we've got to improve yet again. I mean, I don't know why we're worrying, because if we do get out of the group, whoever we meet in the knockout round will just beat us anyway. But I suppose it'll be honourable if we can just get outside the group for the first time in our history, but not with these players playing the way they are. Maybe they would have got a bit of confidence from last night, let's hope so, but too many of them just don't look up to it. They don't look to be the quality needed to take on players of this standard. And apart from maybe Shankland coming in from the beginning as a striker, I don't really see what else we can do. Put McCrory at right back, I don't know. Go 3 at the back and play a midfielder in place of Robertson, and put Robertson back at left back or whatever. I don't know. It's a shambles. So we'll see what happens. Here's hoping. I'm not putting any money on them, that's for sure. But you never know. Even a draw and being put out with 2 points would be a step further than we did the last Euros, when we got 1 measly point by drawing with England at Wembley. So here's hoping. We'll be there cheering them on, but I must say I don't have any confidence in any of them at this stage.